Okay, you've asked the question now, right? And you've stated all the facts. So we are now to answer that question, right? So Dolabumi, imagine if women did not own any businesses, what would the economy look like?
Okay, so I feel like the economy will be in shambles because I know that women manage businesses much better than men. So if all the businesses in the economy were male-led or male-owned businesses, I cannot imagine it, to be honest. I cannot.
And again, the beauty of it is you might look at all of the high-flying organizations and point to the fact that men are the ones at the top. But this MSMEs we are talking about, they are the cradle of the economy. The woman that runs the store in front of your house, like most of those little businesses. Imagine if they were all, tomorrow we woke up and it was a man, exactly. Or all of those organizations were run by men.
Right.
Like, because many a times these women run these organizations with little to no knowledge about what they are doing. They are just passionate about putting food on the table, catering to the needs of the family and the children, and just keeping these businesses going.
I feel like women, we probably do things based on the fact that we're passionate about it, but we should, focus more on the value that we bring to it. Value brings profit at the end of the day. So if you see that you're bringing in value, then you should be able to ask, or command, yes, you should be able to command what you think your business is valued at. Yes.
Profit is a measure of value. Women need to show that they are actually bringing value to the table, because many a times they're like, oh, I'm just doing it. No, you're not just doing it, you're bringing value. If I wasn't here,
It's my passion.
you will not, it's not just a passion, you're bringing value, right? So speaking of profit, right, like we know finance is the lifeblood of a business, and profit is simply eliminating costs from revenue. And the moment profit dwindles, the longevity of the business is impacted. So you cannot talk about a sustainable business without talking about profit. Right. So in this case, we want to be sure that women businesses or women-owned businesses are more profitable, because when you start talking of profitability, you're talking of how long these businesses can survive. So in that essence, what unique skills do women have that makes these businesses more profitable?
First of all, I would say, are women-owned businesses more profitable? I don't think so. I feel like women, we tend to just, go with the flow and just, I'm making a profit. It's okay, I'm making something, right? However, men, I feel like men are more aggressive. Men would launch for more as opposed to women. Women would just see it as if, oh, it's a business I'm running, I'm already making this, and then I don't need to make much more than what I'm currently making. So that in itself, I feel like it's a problem for we women.
So in essence, how women can access more funding is to rethink what funding entails, right? So it's easy to say there's a gap in funding because men have owned all the funding or all of the access to funding prior to now. So it's not about going to compete with men for the access they have. We have to think of new sources of financing for women, and that's where alternative financing comes to play. So women have to rethink what financing is, what it should be, and how they can get it. And that way they can ultimately debunk the bias that men are the ones that typically have access to more of this funding. If you look at these traditional routes, they were all created by men. The patterns are based on the activities of men, when men go to dine at night, what they do, boys clubs, all of those things. So we need to rethink how to access this financing to close the gap, and that way women will do much better.
I also believe that women, we tend to not take loans. If you ask my husband, he'll tell me, you never want to take a loan. So I feel like women always say, no, I won't take a loan. They'll rather raise funds internally, or use their savings to start businesses or push their businesses. But the truth is, not anymore. There's access to funding. There's people that really want to give women, access to funds. be bold, be audacious, own your service, own your products. Go out there, access funds, and just sell your value, sell your products. And these funds are available to anyone who who they see, they obviously they see your value. So own your business, own your product, own your services. Go out there, access funds, and grow your business. That's what it is at the end of the day.
And increasingly, there's funds available for women, right? Exactly. Women-oriented funds that women can take advantage of. And again, it's this knowledge gap, right? So men tend to know a lot more about all of these things. So women can close that gap by getting to know more, reading more, engaging more, being out there more, and essentially you can close that knowledge gap and ultimately close the financing gap. So can I say break the bias? Break the bias. Like break the bias. Like break it. Hey, is this still the sign for Women's International Women's Day? This is the sign, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew there was one. And why are they not doing this one?